We click on that button over there and a 1. Make sure that's going good. If you want, you can listen to the episode right here in Clubhouse, or you can go watch it on Facebook or YouTube. I will tell you that today is quite the production. We have a lot going on the production side today. So I would highly suggest, if you're in a position to do so, click the link at the top of the room. Come join us right here on Facebook. Here's how this goes. All right. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This is a quote by Dr. Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I love this quote. Now, this was submitted by Wendy Reeves. Wendy Reeves is a part of our Rise and Grind community. And we have this thing called the Morning 5 Planner. All right, I'm putting all the pieces together for you. We've got this thing called the Morning 5 Planner. And at the top of every page in the Morning 5 Planner, there's a quote submitted by actual members of this community. We collect a bunch of quotes the year before. We put them across through the book. They land in the perfect place every single time. It's amazing. And it's an opportunity for you to connect with those people, get to know those people. These are real people. Now, Wayne Dyer, it's his quote, but it's Wendy's favorite quote. So we get to connect with Wendy, which is amazing, right? She's an incredible human. She's been at multiple events. I've had many opportunities to get around this woman. She's absolutely incredible. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I got to tell you, it's the perfect quote for today. No surprise there. It is the perfect quote for today because that is the story of my life. If someone said you have to give the story of your life in one sentence, I would say, well, I changed the way I looked at things and the things I looked at change. That is what I would say. I changed the way I looked at things and the things I looked at changed. Tomorrow, Glenn Lundy, this guy right here, I will turn 46 years old. 46. 46. Tomorrow, I will turn 46 years old. And what's fascinating is I am no longer who I once was. And yet at the same time, I am nowhere near the man I will one day be. This I know to be as facts. The things that I look at today in a certain way will change. There's no doubt in my mind. And I'm super excited for the journey ahead. Let's dive in today. It's going to be a good one. Good morning and welcome to Rise and Grind Live. Unlock your full potential with the power of daily motivation, education, inspiration with your host, Glenn Lundy, a husband to 1, father to 8, global motivational speaker, and the author of The Morning 5.
I'm Heather Parady, former therapist turned online entrepreneur and wannabe comedian.
Celebrity interviews, transformational information, and a massive community around the #1 morning show in the world. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. You know, I was just thinking Brandon has changed that intro multiple times over the years. He's going to have to change it again because it's going to be the author of the Legacy Titles, 12 Proven Principles to Scale Your Business 800%. Can't wait. It's going to be amazing. That book's going to be coming out soon. But anyways, that's a side note. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Taco Tuesday, as we know it around here. It's the day that my wife and I get to go to my mom's house. My stepdad makes the tacos. My mom bathes the kids and chases them all around. And my wife and I sit on the couch and watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and just having a good old time. It's amazing. So today is Taco Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. And I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. That's right, Lexington, Kentucky, where it is a balmy, and I mean balmy, 21 degrees this morning here on hashtag Rise and Grind. It is 21 degrees here in Lexington, Kentucky. This is silly. I'm just saying, 21 is silly. We had this whole conversation around cold versus hot the other day. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just saying 21 degrees is borderline unacceptable. All right, with that said, we are launching a new series here on the show this week. This series is called 46. That's it, 4-6. In honor of one dope lady, my amazing mother, who gave birth to me all those years ago, 46 years ago. My mom gave birth. I'm just used to my wife giving birth, dude. She's given birth so many times. I think Leslie Lundy. I'm just saying, my mom, my amazing mom, who we will be having tacos with tonight, gave birth to me 46 years ago. And it's funny because my buddy Ramon's probably on here. I think he is actually. I heard his voice earlier. He was talking about XXX Tender or something like that. But my buddy Ramon had a birthday like a week or two ago, and nobody even knew. Like, I didn't even know. Other people started to chatter. The chatter like started to bubble up. It's Ramon's birthday. It's Ramon's birthday. And I thought it was so funny because different people do birthdays differently. Do we all agree? Different people do birthdays differently. And my friend Heather Parady, which, by the way, you guys should all tag a friend, share this out, do all those things, tab some folks, or tag some folks, get them up in here over on Facebook. Those of you that are watching or listening on Clubhouse, come join us on Facebook today. We're having fun. But I was talking to my friend Heather Parady, and she was like, how do you do birthdays? Like, some people like to quietly not really know that it's your birthday. They don't want to make it all about them. And then there's other people that do things a little differently. And I was like, Heather, I have an entire series planned for my birthday. We are doing a whole show for a full week around my birthday. That's how I like to do the birthday. The birthday is not just Wednesday, December 20th. No. We're doing a series called 46. And in this series, you better get your notebooks ready, because over the next 3 days, what I am going to do is I'm going to share with you what I feel are every important thing that I've learned over the last 46 years. And you're like, well, who the hell are you? Hey, I'm a guy who came from a military family. I'll share what I learned from that. I'll share what I learned from living on a mountain. How many of y'all lived on a mountain? I lived on a mountain for 23 years of my life. I'll share things that I learned from divorced parents, going through that. When I was 11 years old, lessons learned from that. I'm also going to share with you some lessons from growing up in two different cultures, being not quite black and yet definitely not white. We'll tap into some things I learned about girls. And then, of course, the things that I learned about women. Two different species, by the way. Lessons that I've learned from jail cells. Lessons that I've learned from homeless beaches. And lessons that I learned from having a suicidal mindset. This week, there will be lessons from Greece and lessons from Italy. There will be lessons from California and New York and so many places in between. We're talking about lessons in parenting. We're talking about lessons in love. We're talking about lessons from stages, speaking on stages all over the country, lessons from business, building businesses, being a part of businesses, helping consult and train other businesses. We're talking about lessons on how to create big, massive growth in tiny little towns. We're talking about lessons in marketing. We're talking about lessons in sales. We're talking about lessons in social media and so much more. Dude, we're talking about 46 life lessons in all in hopes that there's just one thing that I've learned, that can make an impact on you. That's what we're going to do this week, folks. So you better lock in, get those notebooks ready. It's going to be a heck of a week. We're going to have a lot of fun. Requires a whole lot of production. So I hope you appreciate it. And I must have slept hard last night. Look at this. Got this little curly thing going on at the top of my head. That's why I don't grow my hair long, by the way. Just in case you were wondering, if I were to grow my hair long, I would look like Greg Brady from the Brady Bunch in the early 70s. It's this mixture of black hair and white hair. Like, it's curly, but it's big curls, like Greg Brady curls. That's why I don't grow it long. It's crazy. Hey, for those of you who know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button, all right? I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you, yes, you, to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live, you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Is that fair? Fair. All right, I'm going to drop down over here to Clubhouse first. My guy TM is in the building. He kicked us off today. Appreciate you, TM. Dr. Tangi is up in here today. Great to see you, Dr. Tangi. What's up, Mindy Staley, Alicia Moore? I see you over there on Facebook. Mary Lynn Wilkin in the building. Scott Simons, what up? Tara, I am so happy Tara is in the building. Great to see you, Tara. Dora Maria's up in here. Tasha's up in here. Christina's up in here. What's up, Jackie and Megan? My guy, Ramon. Pastor Jeff, I sent your information to Patrick. I never heard back. I sent your information to Kaholi. Hopefully she called you yesterday. Carolyn Carter, what's up? Jeremy Nolan in the building. Two of my faves, Deb Englehart and Natasha Smith. I'm glad you're both here today, for sure. Dr. Jeannie's in the building. Mary Kim's in the building. My guy, Justin Kaneko. Oh my goodness, is that Dr. Sean Shapiro? Great to see you, Dr. Sean Shapiro. In the building, Tori's up in here. Melvin and Natasha and Donna and Trisha, Maria and Bella and Trey and William, Regina and River and Shante and Mike. Patty and Jackie, Najami and Triple J, the heavyweight champion of the world. Colo's in the building. Cheryl's in the building. Robera Robtes. I love that name. Beautiful. Angela Heath is in the building. Rich Pincher is up in here. Cheryl Brody is up in the building as well. Kimberly Hatfield, great to see you, girl. Hope you're having a great December. Tony Thorstad, I think I said her name, but I'll say it twice. Vicky Everett is up in here as well. I see Chima and William and Dennis and Valerie. I see Amparo and Mindy and Kat and Babs, Malika, Christine, Lanelle, and Richard. I see Tanya and Gloria. What's up, Frank? How you doing, Ryan? Up here in the building. Alicia Moore, I think I said your name too. I'll say it twice. Paula Collins is in the building. Great to see you, Paula. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you. I can't even keep track. I literally lost track today. I try not to do that. I know how important it is for you to see me and me to see you. What's up, Kylie Brown? I'm glad you're here. Chris Naylor in the building as well. Hey, thank you all so much for joining me here on hashtag Rise and Grind. I greatly appreciate it. All right, 46 lessons. In hopes that there might be one, maybe two, but at least one that'll make an impact on you. That's the goal. First, before we dive in, it's TikTok Tuesday. My friend Heather Parady always shares the latest and greatest TikTok videos with us. We'll hit that, and then we'll get to the lesson. So get your notebooks ready. Fair? Fair. Let's go.
Well, it is that time of the week where we share the best TikToks of the week, because it's time for TikTok Tuesday.
When you take the chance to go after your dreams, when you take the risk, sure, you may fail, but what if you fly? What if you succeed? What if you do greater than you could have ever imagined? What if you impact and change millions of lives?
Is how do democracies respond to those scandals?
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me. My apologies.
for the region.
My apologies.
Oh my goodness.
North Korea, South.
Okay, class, watch me. We whip, and then we nay. Clearly someone has a case of gingivitis, because that was the worst attempt at flossing I've ever seen. Hands out front, we hip, across, back, hip, across, back. Speed it up. 5, 6, 7. Class, when did we catch a body?
About a week ago.
Very good. Who in the world do you think you are? Rocking with it before you've leaned with it? We lean with it, then we rock with it. Is that so difficult? Oh, you think this is the jerk? This is just the reject. This is the jerk. No room for misconceptions in my class.
Wow. Let's go.
Birthday, dear Glenn. 46, I'm not done. 46 is the year you've been waiting for.
So I used to think like 60s was really old, and then Grant Cardone, who you know, like I'm looking at the life he's living now with the work he's put in for the last 45 years, the wisdom he's gained, so on and so forth. I'm like, wow, 60s is really...
Is he in his 60s?
Yeah, he's 66.
What?
Yeah, he is 66.
Grant Cardone.
Yeah, he's 66 years old. I'm like, wow. So, and then if you look, like, if you think about it, like, it's not just him.
So you feel young.
I feel super young, and I feel like I still have so much to learn.
I love that.
For real.
I love hearing that. So my dad just had his 60th birthday, and you know, he's like, man, I can't believe I'm 60. I can't believe I'm 60. And I just kept telling him that. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything if you don't want it to mean anything.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I told him, I said, if you live 20 more years, you're 80. You
Right.
could be like a cool ass 80-year-old.
Totally, dude. And black don't crack, so that helps.
My dad ain't
You know what I'm
black.
saying? Well, I'm saying for me.
You don't crack though. I don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means?
No.
No?
What are you the most proud of?
I'm most proud of my family, like the tons of kids that I have. But
How do you like to celebrate your birthday? Are you one of those people that's like, oh, it's not a big deal? Or are you like me when you go around, you tell people?
yeah, like we need to have like a birthday week or so. Everyone
This is
needs.
the theme for-
Yeah, everyone needs. Yeah, it is the theme for the week. We need a birthday week. Everybody needs to know about it. Feel free to shoot me messages. You can drop gifts on me. It's
I'm
cool.
the same way.
Highlight me, celebrate me. I'm all about it. My wife will make me a fancy dinner. Everyone will come over. I'm gonna have strawberry cake with rainbow sprinkle frosting, shake and bake chicken, broccoli and butter noodles. Like, that's the jam.
That's all. That's it. What is one of the biggest misconceptions about life that you have unraveled over the past 46 years?
In my 20s, I thought I knew everything. In my 30s, I realized I knew a few things. And now I'm in my 40s and I realize I know nothing. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. We live in these little silos. America, 350 million people. That's less than 4% of the population of Earth. And we think it's everything.
And I'm realizing now that it's just like, it's so big. There's so much out there, opportunity everywhere, information everywhere, knowledge everywhere, people everywhere, different cultures, different situations, different beliefs. It's all there to be explored and expanded. And that to me is super exciting, because I used to think the whole world existed in a 6-mile strip from city limits to city limits in Flagstaff, Arizona when I was younger.
It's not like old people get senile.
That's
Think about it. Because in your 50s, you're going to be like, what is it? What is life? And in your 60s, you're going to be like, I don't even know. So by the time you're 80, you're like, ooh.
By the time I'm 80, I'm going to be like, I wonder what it's like to walk around in the middle of the street in my underwear screaming at people.
And they're like, oh, they've lost their mind. You're like, no, you just have tapped in.
They've just tapped into a new experience.
So much to look forward to, Glenn Lundy. Happy
Thanks, Heather.
birthday to you.
Sing it, girl. Come on.
She definitely is a comedian, and we are going to continue down that path with my friend Heather Parady. I'm not so sure she has a future in American Idol or singing or any of those things. But she's an absolute blast to be around. 46 years old. I have 46 life lessons. Get your notebooks out. Maybe just one of the things that I share will make an impact. That is my hope. 46 life lessons. We'll hit 15 or 16 of them today. And this will be a 3-parter today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Life lesson number 1 from 46-year-old Glenn Lundy. Snow is beautiful and it's cold. It can be a source of joy and pleasure, or a carrier of misery and potentially even death. Which means that snow is just like everything else in life. There are at least 2 sides to every coin. Life lesson number 2 from 46-year-old Glenn Lundy. 46 isn't old. It's just a matter of fact. It's how long I've been around. 66 or 86 or possibly even 96 isn't old either. It just is. And unless you make it more than what it actually is, it simply isn't. Life lesson number 3. You know how your parents can be the biggest a-holes in the world sometimes, and it doesn't change the fact that a part of you always feels connected to them, even if you don't want to be? Well, guess what? Your kids will feel the exact same way about you. So cut yourself some slack. Parenting is hard. Life lesson number 4. Donkeys don't matter as much as cows. Cows don't matter as much as horses. And yet, a jackass has the ability to literally ruin everything. Don't be a jackass. Life lesson number 5. If you don't learn to multiply money, you'll never have any. No matter how much you make, financial literacy is the least taught and possibly the most integral information you can invest time, effort, and energy in. Life lesson number 6. If you have enough time in the morning to auto start your vehicle twice before going out into the cold, not only will you have a warm vehicle to step into, but you'll be ahead of 95% of people in America. Take some time and think about it. You'll see that it's true. Life lesson number 7. True friends are the hardest things to find in life and also the easiest things to lose. So never lose sight of them. And always keep them in your prayers. Life lesson number 8. God is real. Now, I don't know about all the religious stuff, but God is real. That I can stand behind. Life lesson number 9. Never spend a minute or a dollar or your energy ever. Always make things an investment. Invest your minutes, invest your dollars, invest your energy, and make sure you get a positive return from it. Life lesson number 10. Kids are dope. If you can have a bunch of them, then have a bunch of them. Each one teaches you things about yourself you never even knew. Like, kids can teach you exactly where you lose your shift. And they can also teach you how much of a softie you really are. Listen, life has its lessons. Parenting, however, is a lifelong course. Every minute of every day teaches you something new. Life lesson number 11. You really should poop at least once a day. Like, for real. Some of y'all don't realize what a game changer that is to poop once a day. Listen, for those of you that aren't on this train, I got to say this to you. You are not a crock pot. You're not supposed to be letting that shit marinate, dude. I'm just saying. Let it out. Life lesson number 12. Gratitude is everything. And everything is joy. Life lesson number 13. There's a reason our schools and our prisons look the same. Think about it. Small square rooms. Got to ask to use the bathroom. There's a yard with scheduled time to play. Subpar food on a tray. Bullies and cliques and fights. Bells that tell you when you're locked in and when you can roam around the halls. Dress codes and guards. I mean, teachers, and there's a dean. I mean, a warden who determines the discipline. And ultimately, starting at 5 years old, you serve a 13-year sentence. Life lesson number 14. Everyone works hard. Hard work is part of the equation itself. However, it is not the solution. Life lesson number 15. You can. Like for real. You can. And life lesson number 16. Kindness trumps most things. Love trumps everything. Ladies and gentlemen, those are 16 life lessons, 16 of 46. What is 46 divided by 3? 16, 32, 48. Yeah, so we're on track. That is 16 of 46 lessons. Come back tomorrow for another 16 or so. Life lessons learned from this guy right here, Glenn Lundy. Hey, listen, I appreciate you sharing this space and time with me. I really do. I know there's a trillion places you could be. You choose to be here with me. That means the world to me. Those of you that watch with me live, it means so much. There's a bunch of you on here this morning. I'm so grateful for all of you. Those of you that watch on replay, which is about 85% of those that watch and tune in and listen to this show is on replay from YouTube to the podcast, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you so much. We've been here for 1,316 episodes now as of today. You have been a huge part of my life for the last, since January of 2018. You've been a huge part of my life. You've impacted my life in so many ways. And so my hope is with my birthday this year, I can maybe give back a little bit to you and share some of the things that I've picked up over the years, if that's okay. On that note, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go hang out on Clubhouse for just a little bit. And then for those of you that are watching on replay, come back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. See you.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag rise and grind, hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind, grind, 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 grind. Hashtag rise and grind. First thing on my mind, early in the morning time. Daily motivation, feeling so divine. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Hashtag rise and grind. Don't stop, get it, get it. Hashtag rise and grind. Don't stop, get it, get it. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Waking up the nation, hashtag rise and grind. Good morning. On my feet before the sunrise, stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed. Write my mission, vision, values, and my gratitude list. I'm building up momentum. I'm making good decisions. I rise, I grind, I get it. Ain't no doubt that I'm committed. Cause who really loses if I don't win? Can't cheat the grind, only get what you put in. So I'm mastering my mentals. I'm focused on my physical. I'm developing spiritually and manifesting miracles. I'm gonna get it started. Have